So I just recap slightly on credit unions in general before I move on to talk about how our roles and our products and services have changed during this particular period of time. So I liken credit unions as a bit of a Ronseal description of what we are. Does what it says on the tin. We are credit, so we're all about money, and a union, so we're about bringing people together. So we bring together people who've got a bit of money to save each month with those people who perhaps need to borrow, and we manage that relationship and that exchange with prudence and care, and we make sure that everybody benefits and the community can support each other from a financial perspective. So our core messages are about supporting your local community, working cooperatively, collaboratively, and essentially what we run is a community bank. It's quite a trendy phrase, a trendy term, but that's essentially what we are. Before I move on from this, I tend to sort of keep to the top 5 reasons I think there are to join us. I think they're a good summary of what we're about. So firstly, it's about affordable, responsible loans. So that means making sure that everybody has access to fair credit. We'd love to live in a society where people don't need to borrow, but unfortunately that utopia doesn't exist. People quite often live either beyond their means or only just within their means, and when things go wrong, perhaps washing machine's broken or car's broken down, or you have some urgent costs that you need to pay for, people don't have the means these days to cover those unexpected bills. So they do need to borrow, and we want to make sure that they can borrow from us, that we're here for everybody for the long term, and so that those people aren't having to go to high cost payday lenders, loan sharks, people who are going to lock them into a cycle of debt that they'll find it very, very difficult to get out of in the future. Second reason is that we're a really safe place to be, to keep your savings. Our savings are covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme, so they're protected up to £85,000, so you know that you can bank safely with us whilst helping the community, and we've also got some really great products which I'll talk about later, but one in particular where you can win monthly cash prizes. We're an ethical organisation. We don't have shareholders. We're not here to make a profit. We are literally here to benefit the community who want to help each other financially. Anything that we make over and above our running costs goes back to our savers in form of a dividend payment, which is a bit like an interest payment, if you will. So I think for a lot of people these days that sort of ethical nature of our organisation is really important. Fourth reason I suggest that people might like to be part of a credit union is that you can manage your money on your own terms. You know, you might think that it was a bit of a backward step to join a credit union and it's sort of a bit of a you know, not quite as technically savvy, but actually now we have online banking where members can log in, move money, make payments, and just have access to all their accounts. We've got a mobile banking app which you can access on your phone and smart devices, and also we launched last year Nivo, which is our secure instant messaging app. Works a bit like WhatsApp and has been really popular with members. If you've got a quick question that you want to run by us, or you know, you want to make a withdrawal, or you want to find out something, you know, none of us really has got the time to be sat on a call waiting, you know, to be let in and following a menu option and everything else. So you can just fire us a Nivo and we can answer it really quickly and just get straight back to people. So a lot of our members are really benefiting from the launch of Nivo. And finally, they're just there that everybody has a say in this organisation. It's one member, one vote. We have an annual general meeting every year where the volunteer board of directors come in and they walk through what's happened for the last 12 months in the credit union and what the plans are for the next 12 months. Members can be physically there and ask questions and talk about what the plans are going to be and how they'll impact their finances, and ultimately they can decide whether those plans go ahead or not by voting a yes or no.